لله نحمده ونشكره ونستعينه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهديه الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن نبينا محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم عبد الله ورسوله أما بعد إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه سبحانك اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Indeed, all the thanks and all the praises are due to Allah the Almighty, who has made it possible for us to be together this evening out of His mercy and out of His grace. Almighty Allah, hallowed be thy name, exalted be your majesty. Glory and glory and glory be your holy name. I beseech Allah to bestow His countless peace and blessings upon the soul of our teacher Muhammad al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wasallam and upon his household. May the peace and blessings of Allah be with you out there. Dear viewers, I beseech Allah to be with you and strengthen you and myself as we commence the lesson tonight. Tonight we shall be talking about on Family Hour the importance of character in marriage. Character is very, very important when you talk about marital relationship. This is because it is not about what you say, but it is about how you say it. And it is not about who you are. It is about the richness, and it's not about who you are or about the richness of your background, but what is important is the richness of your character. Many people don't care to know who your father is, who your mother is, which tribe are you, which language you speak. The first thing they want to assess in you is the quality of your character. They want to see who is the person behind the personality, and the only way through which this can be assessed is through your character. Many people observe you from afar, but your character is the one that will translate those observations to real-time relationship. Because it is just like smoke leads to the fire. Your character is like the smoke that points to the presence of refinement, great attitude in you. Because you cannot express what is inside you. The translator of the content of your heart lies in the quality of your character. So people look at the richness of your character before they look at where you are from. People begin to ask, who is the father? Who is the mother? Who are his brothers and sisters? The first thing they will ask is, who is he as a person? What is the quality of his character? And it is often said that influence and connection can take you to places and put you in position of power and authority. But what keeps you there, what keeps you in that position, what makes you to retain that power is the refinement of your character. It gives you the leverage. It gives you the freedom of action because now people like you, people trust you because of the quality of your character. Similarly, respected viewers, your beauty or how handsome you are can get you the best of guy or girl. You might say, oh, if I no marry him, I go die. If I no get that girl, I go swallow poison. If that man no marry me, I go just kill myself. Yes, people can say this. But what makes it easy for people to live together eventually? What defines or separates or delineates whether you are married to an angel or a devil is a quality of the livingness. The living together. People said XYZ about him. People said is this. People said is that. But it's time you start living together, what makes you to either enjoy or discount that relationship is the quality of the character of the person, husband or wife, that you have to live with. And keep in mind, marriage has one critical importance, and that is that the person you are married to is probably the person you're going to spend the best part of your life with. So you want to spend, oh my God, you want to spend the best part of your life with a devil, with a lion, with a hyena? Because the animal quality, the animal behavior is in everybody. What brings out those behavior as good or bad is the quality of the character. In this regard, we're going to be examining this evening what are those refined character that can make or that can lubricate relationship. You know, sometimes relationship needs lubricant. The lubricant for every relationship is the quality of the character. Yes, a man might have enormous wealth. A man might occupy a very high office, a very high position in the country, in the community. A man might be, from a rich background. His father might be a Mr. President, the mother might be a Mr. Governor. But what makes people to either bemoan him, that they want to get closer to him, is the quality of his character. They might not say it in your presence, but by the time you turn your back, people speak a lot about you. How is your character, my friend? Now let us connect this to marriage, because like I mentioned earlier, marriage is a contract for life. Marriage is a journey of life. Marriage is a relationship that is expected to last for as long as you live. Now, there is no barrier, because what makes husband and wife to depart in millions of ways. But expectedly, if your marriage lasts, expected that your husband and wife will be with you till you die. So now you want to stay with someone that will either make you sad or happy, make you respected or disrespected, make you feel healthy or feel sick, make you have the best of time, the best of life, or make you have the worst of time or the worst of life. Is the quality of the character of the person you have to live with. And you know that, many people, when they have to relate with your friends, their colleagues, or what have you, what makes them to remember them with so much nostalgic feelings is how the person had treated them. And the treatment he was talking about here lies, the fabric of that treatment, the foundation of that treatment lies in the quality of character of the guy or girl, or whoever you had to spend some time in the past with. And you and I know that today we still remember profoundly some of the people we have met, and we say, oh, I wish I would still see this my friend again. I wish I would still be with XYZ. I wish ABC would still be around. Oh, I am missing XYZ and ABC. I am missing my friend. What makes you to miss them? Okay, the character. Okay, now if someone you had lived with, but you had the worst kind of living together, and the person you hear the person is coming to town, would you want to meet the person you had the worst kind of time with? And he said, no. Tell him I'm not at home. I know they. I know they. I don't want wahala. This is the way it is, and this is how it works. So character is very important. Now back to the issue of marriage, we say that marriage is expected to last for life. So now, who is the person you want to spend the best part of your life on earth, on this planet earth with? That is informed by the quality of the character of that person. Now let us examine this by taking one by one, what we can actually call good character, or the quality of a good person, or the other way around, as the case may be. Now let us look at talking to someone, that is the speaking aspect, the power of speech, al-bayan. Now, what defines whether the person enjoys the way you talk to him or her lies on how the person talks to you. If someone addresses you with respect, if someone addresses you with courtesy, if someone addresses you with reverence, you enjoy that conversation, isn't it? If someone talks to you You enjoy the way the person converses with you. Can you compare that to the person that each time he or she talks to you, the person shouts at you? The person shouts and screams at you. Even if our children in the family, if we develop the attitude of anytime we want to talk to them, we always shout and shout, those children, they will be scared of confiding in us. They will be scared of us. Rather than getting closer to us, they want to just find a way of expressing themselves to someone else who will listen to them. Now, the quality of a husband and wife or wife in terms of speaking, talking together, has to do with how we address ourselves. Do you talk to yourself or you shout at yourself? Do you speak love or you spite venom each time you talk or you converse with your husband or your wife? Do you speak strength or you speak weakness? Your husband is going through some hassles and you keep, or your wife is going through some problems and you keep harassing. The guy is coping with the problem from outside, and next time he or she comes in, oh my God, this man is going to make me crazy in this house. You make some slight mistakes. What thing up? Why are you there doing? It's no life here, man. It's no life here. This guy is going to frustrate your life. But the way you talk to your partner matters a lot. I ask the question, do you speak love? Can we say that this person talking to me truly loves me? Or can we say that this person talking to me is only just gate crashing? It's just waiting. It's just bystanding. It is the quality of the way you talk. Can you imagine or can you compare a husband or wife whom whenever the partner, be it the male or the female, wants to leave the house, will follow them with curses, follow them with prayer? The husband or wife who follows the other partner with prayer or curses, which one would you prefer? The man that follows you with prayer or the man that follows you with curses? It's clear here. And nobody likes the person you wake up in the middle of the night, the person that heaps curses on you, or the person that prays for you. Speak strength. Speak strength against your weakness. Now you are fact out, being so famished, you come back home, without strength. The person speaks strength into you. I recall here very vividly Rasulullah Muhammad al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wasallam. Whenever he comes back home, Khadija rahimahullah, may Allah radiyallahu anha, may Allah bless her, Khadija will speak strength into the weakness of the Prophet and will give him assurance. Can we compare that to the wife that speaks evil? Got better for you. Got better for your papa. And all that stuff to the husband or the wife, as the case may be. So how you talk to someone, it starts from there. The quality of the speaking, the quality of or the manner of talking to your partner. Are we having a conversation or are we having a diatribe here? This speaks volumes when you talk about husband-wife relationship. May Allah have mercy on us. And the second point we're going to be examining here is the behavior. Looking at the behavior, the way the person relates with you. By behavior here, I mean general behavior. For example, behavior starts with, does the person really trust you? Is it trustworthy? Because the person that doesn't trust himself will not trust another person. The person that is not reliable will think that other people are also not reliable. The person that thinks that, others are suspecting him will always live life with suspicion and will always break boundaries because of suspicion. Is always, just nosing about and trying to get what is happening here. Not out of good mind, but out of vile and egregious mind. Trying to figure out what are bad things happening here, not looking for good things happening. So behavior of of trustworthiness or dishonesty, being reliable or not being reliable, suspicion, suspicious behaviors or behaviors that are bound to break the backbone of relationship, your extreme jealousy, envy. These are things that we don't want at home. Because by the time your partner extremely suspects you, there is nothing that you will do that will be right. I got a case here of a man who, and with due respect, I'm not trying to be biased here, but I'm going to give example of the Jews. A man who got back home, and as he was going to the office in the morning, he saw the sister, same father, same mother, whom the mother had sent to quickly block him at home and convey a message to him. Because out of the concern of the mother does not want him to come and just say, go and tell him that he shouldn't come today until Abelite rise. And the sister was about entering the street, and the sister met the brother asked the person, stop, waves at the brother, and the brother said, what are you doing here? What's the problem? Early in the morning, and the sister hopped in the car, and the two of them drive off. One of the neighbors around, who is they call it busybody, went back home and told the wife, hey, your husband not carry one okpeke today, one fine babe. And the wife, because her mind has been laced with suspicion of the husband, she didn't ask a question, she didn't call the husband, and as it were, the husband that they came back late because the mother had asked him not to come because of the conviction. He said, I need to see my mommy today, and he actually went. So he came back late. Now, coupled with the fact that he came back late and the bad news that the neighbor had told the wife, and the fact that her life has been life of suspicion and acrimony, she was ready for the fight. She was in the kitchen trying to fry some stuff. But because the mind has been so polluted, the husband just was removing the tie, removing the shirt, say, oh, darling, I'm so tired. And he wanted to download everything that had happened, why he came late and all this stuff. This was years back. I think before the age of telephony, with a cell phone in the country. And as the husband entered the kitchen, removed the shirt, the woman was frying. The vegetable oil was already hot, very, very hot. And what did she do? She just emptied the stuff on the face and the body, and the man was screaming, why? He was rushed to the hospital, spent some days, but he died eventually out of pain. But one thing happened before he died. While in the hospital bed, the sister, that very girl that the neighbor had told that was the girlfriend he carried on the way, going to the office, that sister came, and the neighbor whispered to the wife, hey, that's not the girl. Now this one, now the sister now. And I saw, you don't kill me, neighbor, you don't kill me. And the neighbor did not do that, but she did it herself. Because her mind has been so trammeled with suspicious behaviors. So then I'm talking about behavior of the partner, the person we live with. And like I mentioned, I mentioned in the case of the man, that one is even much. The man that poured acid on the wife, the mother of your children, and wet her with acid. This one it made news in some of the channels, on some of the stations, radio station and the newspaper outfit. Now, why did the husband pour the wife acid? Because he was suspecting the wife. I mean, behavior is very important. It speaks volume about the person you are living with. And like I said earlier, it only informs whether you are living with an angel or you are living with the devil. The next point here is on respect. Respect is very, very important in relationship. And we're talking about the character in marriage. If there is a marriage where there is no respect, husband and wife do not treat themselves with respect, then I don't call that a marriage. I call that a hell. Because respect of your partner has to do with whether the person honors you or dishonors you. Respect in relationship explains whether the home is at peace or the home has become another battlefield. And respect in a relationship determines whenever the wife or the husband is going back home, whether he or she is going back home to rest or is going back home to start another battle. And I know there are many husband and wives today whom, whenever they are going back home, they are going back home prepared. I not go grief for them. This kind of battle ready composure. This is not life, man. It's not life here. How can you work? You face the hurdles at work. Instead of going back home to rest, you face another battle at the home front. So from the front line to the home front, no peace. What a life. What a life. Subhanallah. May Allah protect us and protect our marriages. So respect is very important. It has to do with the courtesy that is extended to you. You talk to someone with respect or you talk to someone with disrespect, you either enthuse the person or kill the zest in that person. I don't want to live with someone that disrespects me, because the person that disrespects you will only bring out the devil in you. Because you want to resist. Nobody likes being treated like a trash. When someone disrespects you, when a husband disrespect the wife, when wife disrespect the husband, then you're not going to bring out the best in the duos of your partner. What you bring out is the devil in them. When you bring out the bad character, the bad attitude in them, and we say this is no marriage. There's no marriage here. May Allah protect us against this. So what is important in this regard is that husband and wife should learn to respect themselves. Respect, they say, is reciprocal, because if you give respect to me, naturally I would want to give respect to you. If husband treats the wife with respect, naturally the wife would want to treat the husband with respect. If the wife treats husband with respect, naturally the husband wants to pay back. So when we wash ourselves, you rub me, I rub you, you pat me, and I pat you, and we respect ourselves, we enjoy the relationship. But when either of them disrespect the other party, there is no good here. Why is it respect? When your husband or your wife smites you at the face, where is the respect? When you are having a conversation with family and friends, and your husband just tells you, your wife just says, keep quiet, who is talking? Who called you inside this discussion? Hey, there's no respect here. Where is the respect when in the presence of your children, your wife or your husband abuses you and insults you? He or she won't even wait. Let's settle it amicably. No. He's out for the battle. He's going for the jugular. There's no respect here. There's no respect here. So a marriage that is bereft of respect loses the authenticity and genuineness. So you see that people, if you live in a home where there is no respect, you just keep managing. I beg you, I don't want wahala. Make I just live my life. I beg. I want to avoid that man. Oh, I beg, I want to just avoid that woman. That's a friend of mine that told me this. Now, what made him to become a drunkard was just because he wanted to avoid the trouble of the wife. And he said to me that, Mikdad, he said to me, there is no time I get back home that this woman would not abuse and insult me. So I felt that the best way is just let me keep quiet for her, and just to get it down, I need to just drink myself to stupor, so that the moment I get back home, I just knock off and I sleep. And I said to myself, I don't want to live this kind of life. I would be lying. Because if you live with someone that disrespects you, there is no joy in that home. Just as if you work in an establishment where you are disrespected, where your honor is downgraded, you're treated like a second class person in the workplace, they better quit, man. Better quit. Because there is no honor in a man that works in an environment where he's not treated as a human being. Everybody likes respect. The young and the old, the great and the small. So we should give it, especially in the marital relationship. So when the home is not a home where respect takes place, then we say in that home there is a problem. May Allah protect our homes. I mean, what about comparing the issue of a home or relationship where you either, let us compare the being a complement of one another or being a competitor of one another. I am saying it against the backdrop of the fact that if a home becomes a battlefront, when at home you are struggling to compete with either your wife or your husband, there is no good in that relationship. I think the beauty of having a relationship is that we should complement ourselves. So that where I see your weak point, I complement you and make you strong. Where I see your strong point, I complement you and make you stronger. So that every day of your life, you become a better version of yourself. So not apart from enjoying the marital relationship, you're going to perform optimally at the workplace, at the business circle, at the school, or wherever. You become better because people look at you as, oh boy, you're just looking nice. They don't know the secret of all this. The secret is in the home. Because if the home is not peaceful, how on earth can you go out there and do amazing things in the world around you? It's no way. It's no way. So we say, when a home becomes a ground for competition, not a ground for complementing one another, then it's no good. How do you explain a situation where your partner mocks at your dream? He mocks at your dream, or she mocks at your dream. What thing they do? No, like you, they do go correct business. What thing they do here? I bet no, they do kind of business is what they do. I bet no mind them. When your own wife or your own husband disparages you and thinks you can't be successful, so where else, where else can we find this thing? It's a problem here. When your own husband or your wife is the one that will lacerate you and destroy your self-esteem, so where is the marriage? It's no marriage here, right? So we need to have an environment where, rather than living in competition, and let me say this, marriage is a monolithic kind of environment where you have one-way traffic. Everybody moves in one single file. There is no diarchy at home. There shouldn't be a diarchy at home. How do I mean? Husband leads but doesn't rule the family. As a leader, you're always at the service of your follower. The followers here means the wife, the children. Because as a leader, he's always concerned. How are they going to eat? What are they eating? How are they going to live? Do you guys have this? Do you have that? A caring husband is the one that will ask questions. Hey guy, maybe it's because of work environment, he's working far away from home. You always ask, do you guys have this? Is there gas? Is there water? Is there XYZ? Are you okay? Is the car okay? Is everybody okay? Before he goes back home to sleep, he wants to find out what's happening at home. Or even at the workplace, if there is any call, he will not rest until he makes sure that thing is fixed up. It takes no for an answer. That is a caring husband. And a good wife is the one that will take that instruction from the husband and will not do anything apart from what the husband had asked her to do. That is what a good wife is. So when these two qualities are combined, the home is not a place of competition, but a home is a place of complementing one another, where you quadruple my strength, where I quadruple your strength. I say that you need this, and this is not how me giving it to you. I feel that, this one is a good one, darling, let's go for this. You have to go for it. No. I don't want to take that. You have to do this thing. Because the person feels that for you succeeding is the best thing for you. So I'm not afraid of your success. You're not afraid. This is very, very scary. Let me give you an example. I had a case of someone that said, I don't want my partner to be successful. I like it this way. Let him be poor, or let her be poor. There are wives that will love that their husband should be downtrodden. And there are husbands that say, in our family, women cannot be richer than their husband. Hey, excuse me? That should be. I think we should investigate your family before we give anybody's hand in marriage to that family. And the guy said it proudly. Proudly said, in our family, A woman cannot be richer than the husband. And I said, your family must be amazing family to deal with. And he said this with so much pride. So how can a man that is married in that family, or how can a woman that is married to that family be successful, for crying out loud? So you don't see the home as a place of competition. You have to survive at all costs. No. You don't have to. I've seen husband and wife, each time they talk to themselves, they want to outsmart. This one is watching out for this one's mistake. The other person is watching out for the other person's mistake. You're just trying to look at how you can outsmart the other person. Excuse me? This is no life. They're not speaking from the bottom of their heart. Each person is just watching out, trying to see, okay, what is he going to say? Like a chess game. As a player, you're going to win this conversation. We're not competing, brother. We're not competing, sister. We are complementing ourselves, adding strength to ourselves, making ourselves the better version of ourselves. But if you want to live in a family where there is competition, then it's no good place to live. It's no good place to live. Everybody's just going to be on his own. And you live in your own home, underneath your roof, and you feel unsafe. May Allah protect us. Where is security anyway? Security here is a place that is secured and safe for you emotionally, financially, morally, spiritually, academically, socially. You feel safe that my home, I'm okay. I'm not afraid of anybody. If my husband meets me sleeping, I'm not afraid that my husband is going to harm me. If my wife meets me, the case of sometimes something that happened recently. When a woman, and with due respect, a woman invited assassin into the house. Assassin, she opened the gate for them, asked them to stay in the BQ. Middle of the night, she opened the door and asked them to come kill the husband. And they actually killed him, but they didn't die completely. So it was the woman herself that squeezed him with pillow and killed the husband. So you could see that before this will degenerate to that level, that means the man will have been coping with a lot of stress. Life is good, man. Let your marriage make your life to be better. So if your marriage is not helping your life to be better, then I say, there's not marriage there. So we're talking about character here. Character in marriage is very, very important. We should make our homes to be the haven where we build resilience, we build goodness in our families. And I want to pray at this juncture for you, whoever you are, that might be going through hassles, might be going through hardest moment in time in your family. I pray that Allah will speak peace to your home. May Allah bring peace to your family and make you to have a home where everything is well. Going forward, I mentioned earlier the case of a man who became a drunkard on account of the bad attitude of the wife, because of the spiteful way she talks. But let me mention here the case of a woman who turned something else. And I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty of this. She turned something else on account of developing coping. We call it coping mechanism. She was developing how to cope, with the bad character of the husband. So she felt that I can cope. She lost her senses and mentality and sanity in the name of coping with the stress at the hands of the husband. Now, at this point, we cannot really say whether she is in a state of sanity or she is in a state of insanity. Not that she was born insane, but because the stress the husband has been given, the way the husband shouts at her each time he talks to her, the way the husband beats her up, and the family will keep saying, cope now, marriage is not easy. I beg you. Marriage is not easy, make you can't die there. No. Marriage should be enjoyed. So if you are not enjoying your marriage, we say something is wrong. Something is wrong. In as much as I know that no marriage is perfect, I know. But what I'm saying is that even when there are issues, A good marriage is the one where we can sit down together and have a conversation. We can settle whatever difference that we have. We can say, okay, let's talk about it. What's the problem? Let us analyze it. Everybody is free to express himself or herself. This is marriage that I know. The way there is fear of even expressing yourself, then this is no marriage, this is no home, this is hell. Like I mentioned earlier, on a final note now, I know that it's important for us to guard against, to guard and protect our happiness and guard it against anything that will make us to be unhappy. Because when you talk about the business of marriage, it is a lifetime business. The person you want to live with for the rest of your life, I think it is important for you to interrogate who is the person behind this personality and what can make you to have that. It's not how beautiful the girl is, it's not how handsome the guy is, but what is the quality of the character of this person that you want to live and spend the rest of your life with. On a final note, I want to appeal to all those who are not yet married. Study the person you want to get married to properly before you say yes or before you say I do. And then to parents, make certain you do the needful. Do not leave the challenge to your children only. Help them to study and understand who is the person my daughter or my son is going to get married to. Beyond the wedding ceremony, let us go further, because we're talking about marriage, which is a lifetime experience and journey. Wedding lasts for a day, 2 days, or max 1 week. The wedding is over, but these people are going to live together for the rest of their life. Shouldn't we be interested on the quality of their life, the quality of the life they're going to live together, they're going to spend together? I think we should. May Allah make it easy for us as we navigate the route of life together. I pray Allah to make our homes to be peaceful, our lives to be fruitful, and may Allah give us joy and happiness in our homes. May Allah give us happiness in our hearts, and may Allah give us happiness in our society. I pray for you, I myself, that our marriages will be homes of, a marriage that will give us peace, happiness, and apple of our eyes. اللهم ربنا هب لنا من ازواجنا وذرياتنا قرة اعين وجعلنا للمتقين اماما. Amin ya Rabbal Alameen. Before we call it off tonight, I'm going to acknowledge some of the people that have sent us messages. I want to start with Haja Zainab, my wife. May Allah bless you. Jazakillahu khairan. Okay, another person, another Zainab here. Zainab Ahmed Gondi. I don't know from which country this one is, but may Allah bless you, Hajia Zainab Ahmed Gondi. Jazakillahu khairan. And I have Ladi Daniel. May Allah bless you, MashaAllah. I have Khadija Bambala, my wife. May Allah bless you. Jazakillah khairan. And all those, Muhammad Adamu, may Allah bless you and reward you. All those who have sent messages with prayers, I really appreciate you all. May Allah bless and reward you abundantly. We're going to call it out tonight, inshallah. For those of us who have been making effort to reach the program after the live show, the program will be saved as private, and then when it is finally saved on the YouTube channel, we will convert it to public. So please stick around and make certain that you visit the YouTube channel, and probably subscribe to it if you have not subscribed, so that you can always have notification whenever we have live show such as this. May Allah bless and reward you abundantly. I remain yours, Dr. Gidado Tawfiq Mikdad. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.